before we begin, I just want to take a few moments to give a quick shout out to all the amazing people at Great Lakes Disc. They have fast shipping, amazing customer service, and all the discs and accessories that you need to elevate your game. If you haven't taken a look at Great Lakes Disc, go do so today. Not to mention, it's because of Great Lakes Discs that we can get amazing plastic like this Swirl Z Zone. By now, I'm sure most of you already know about the Zone, but if you haven't heard of it, the Zone is an overstable putt-and-approach disc from Discraft. Being both trustworthy and predictable, it is no secret why the Zone is a top disc for many pros and amateurs alike. Now, for the profile, the Swirl Z is actually very flat, which is very similar to both, say, the 5X Claw Z, Crystal Flex, just regular stock Z, the 2020 Tour Series Z. It is very similar to most of those other premium Z-style plastic types, so if you like those plastic types, you'll feel right at home with the Swirl Z. But how does this Zone fly? And you know, I have to say it's not the most overstable of the different Z plastics, as we're actually going to see a little bit later on this video, but it's not the least stable either. It's in the middle. It has good torque resistance out of the hand, particularly for backhand. For forehand like this, you can still get it to flex a little bit. You can always trust it's going to hyzer back at the very end. However, when backhand especially, unless you're a really big arm with a ton of torque, it is going to just have a nice arcing hyzer kind of line. Even when thrown flat, it'll hold straight for a decent little bit amount of time, but it's still going to fade out. You don't have to worry about it turning or holding a turn the whole way. Even when thrown on an exaggerated flex line, it really didn't want anything to do with it. It just flipped up back to flat and then hyzered out almost immediately. You do have to have really high torque to get any kind of turn on this disc. So I hinted a few moments ago about showing you how the Swirl Z stacked up against other types of Z plastics and why I feel it's kind of in the middle when it comes to the stability. As you see, when thrown flat, it rides out straight for a good amount of time before having that really predictable finish, whereas the Crystal Flex is just a smidge straighter than the Swirl Z, but I also think it can hold a little bit longer on an anhyzer line, but neither of those two discs can even come close to comparing to the 5X Claw Zs, which are considerably more overstable, along with the 2020 Brian Earhart Tour Series, but again, those are a mix of plastics, so you can get some that are a little bit more understable and some that are ridiculously overstable like the one that I have. Now, if you have a very fast arm and you're wanting a Zone that you don't even have to think about it, it's gonna hyzer out every single time, stick with like the 5 Claw, the 4 Claws, the 2020 Tour Series. Those are gonna be your most overstable runs. However, if you want a Zone that's straighter, flies like a slightly seasoned Zone, and it's something you can still trust, but it's gonna have that nice kind of straighter flight and then hyzer out, go look at the Swirl Z. You will not be disappointed. It holds torque really well, which makes it an amazing option for both those not only backhand, but also forehand approach shots like this. It is such a trustworthy disc. The Zone in general is amazing. These Swirl Z look absolutely stunning and beautiful. So if you want to throw a Zone that looks amazing, you have to pick these up. Go to greatlakesdisc.com. They still have a lot of inventory, so go get yours today. And until next time, everyone, keep banging them chains.